And I want you to analyze successful people and find out what they do to be successful. They've already created a blueprint for you. Listen to their autobiography on Audible or listen to a biography on them. And I want to talk about the founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. He also founded a company called Square, the payments company. He does something like it's really out there, but I want to mention what he does anyway. And the things I talk about sometimes in this course, I want you to think about like it's like the fashion industry. That sounds out there, I know. But I have a friend who went to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York when I used to live there years ago. And I asked her, I said, Mihaela, why is it that you have all these crazy fashion statements on the runway? Like, nobody's going to wear that stuff ever. That's ridiculous. And she says, no, Chris, what happens is this. You take one little element from what they're wearing and maybe you incorporate that into what you wear. For example, bell bottoms or whatever it is, not the whole costume. By the same token, I want you to listen to biographies and autobiographies of very successful people that you admire and take small parts, kind of like small fashion parts of their business acumen or lifestyle that helps them and adopt it in your own life. So Jack Dorsey, who's the founder, again, of Twitter and Square, what he does is really out there. He gets up and then he has a 15-minute ice-cold bath. I'm not saying do that, but there's some sort of shock to the system that gets him alert. You know, what do? I do this. Okay, and other things too. Then he meditates for 1 hour. Okay, so we all don't have 1 hour of time to do that, but it works for him. Maybe we can just kind of, I don't know, do 5 minutes of meditation. And then he does some other crazy stuff as well. Like once a year for 10 days, he'll go away somewhere and he doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't make eye contact with anybody. He doesn't read anything and he doesn't use any electronics. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works for him. And find something like that works for you. Maybe it's 1 day a week you take off. And our forefathers and foremothers since the beginning of time have been preaching, 10 rules, whatever. One of them being, not whatever, I mean, there are 10 rules, I believe in. One of them being, obey that 1 day off a week, to take that day off. Because, you burn out. And they knew, thousands of years ago that you can burn out. And people are the same today as they were back then. So take that 1 day off a week. You don't need that 10-day thing that Jack Dorsey does, meaning not talking to anybody or making eye contact with anybody. But I want you to analyze that sort of thing. And Tony Robbins does a cold bath as well in the morning. I don't know if I could do that, but you got to find out hacks for yourself and your body that work for you. How do you do it? Analyze what other successful people have done. And when I was younger, my dad told me, he said, Chris, don't ever take advice from somebody that's not successful. So find successful people out there that you admire and do what they do. So in terms of what's a typical day like for me, so I schedule every day. And I think it's like mini goal setting. If you write down your goals, the probability of them coming true goes up a lot. And there's a famous study done at Yale University, and some people say it's not true, some people say it is true, but it proves a point. Here I go. In 1950, the graduating class at Yale University, which is in the northeast of the US, the graduating class was asked, how many of you wrote down your goals in life? And only 3% wrote down their goals. 20 years later or so, in 1970, they went back to the graduating class and they calculated the net worth of the graduating class. And the net worth of the 3% that had written down their goals was greater than the other 97% combined. And so goal setting is really, really important. But when you do goal setting, you also always have to set a deadline. Otherwise, it's a dream without a deadline date. And so what I do, and I've explained this in previous webcasts, is please go to harounventures.com/ all lowercase schedule and look at that one pager, because I schedule my day every single day except for weekends. And basically what that means is that's an individual goal setting day. I don't do it on weekends because it would drive me crazy. I need some time off, right? But I schedule stuff like family, God, which is first for me, we're all different. I also schedule in exercise, diet. I recently put a checkbox on that for water. Am I drinking enough water? I mean, we are 80% water, so I got to drink more. I also have I also have a box there for work stuff. Like, did I send out my daily vlog, that sort of thing. So, and I schedule exercise every single day, every day. And meals and everything. I make all my own food, and I order some stuff too from thegoodkitchen.com. I can talk about that if you want me to. But anyway, Mary, check out that template at harounventures.com/schedule, all lowercase. Yeah. Thank you, though.